god, did we each get inside? No way.
All right, so I had a respirator on at this point. Really hard to narrate. So this is just kind of coming in the back where the loading docks were. You can see some water because this place was kind of bad shape.
Yeah, it got flooded. I don't know when. I think that was like post-COVID, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like 2021, one of the hurricanes. All right, so this is the main shopping
Area.
Yeah, the main shopping area here, and you know, a little bit of graffiti there because again, when places are open, just people go in. That was obviously the butcher area.
Yep.
So I did the best I could here with my flashlight. There is power to this building, but you know, lights were not on, so we're not about to turn them on. Sorry, you can kind of see the flashlight there
We
in
had
the.
walkie-talkies, so he was like he was fumbling to like find it.
Yep, this is a freezer area. It looked like a lot of freezer areas. This was another. You know,
Looks like a deli.
yeah, it could have been the deli counter area. So I did my best to go in most of these areas. I'm sure I missed one or two. Yeah, this is just another freezer room. You know, again, it's a bit of a corridor here. And so just making my way around there. Anytime you're in these buildings, it's a little bit like you never know what you're going to find. You're trying to not run into anybody, trying to kind of get in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And this, because it did get flooded, there was a lot of kind of a
Mold.
mold smell, so I needed the respirator. That's an emergency exit. You know, I'm just trying to get the lay of the land here. This was another little area. Not sure what that was. You know, never been in the store when it was open, so I didn't really know the area here. Yeah, another door there. That went to that same back area. You can see after this place was flooded, you can see they redid some of the sheetrock, like they were trying to get another tenant in here, because this place was basically underwater. This looked like, you know, just another kind of a refrigerator type case. Yeah, little shelf area over here. But yeah, that's all new sheetrock. You can see the plaster.
Yeah, over here, this is like where the doors are over here.
Yeah, so I'm going to pause right about here because I'm like, okay, there's paper on the windows, but I want to kind of stay incognito, obviously. So, yeah, you can see the clock there.
And then over here, there's like the bathrooms, like further over. And then there's a alarm. That was broken though. It said call for service.
Yeah, that's the alarm was not obviously going off or anything like that. Not going to pretend it was like some videos. Okay, so yeah, you can see there sheetrock taken out, some of it patched
there
up.
was some kind of like little beeping whenever somebody was in there or something, but that didn't
Yeah, that
go
could have
off.
been relative to the alarm, but it definitely wasn't armed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so this was at one point an office here, so I just kind of went in there, but you can see, again, sheetrock removed, some sheetrock looks like it was replaced. Again, this place was underwater. There's Homer, yeah. Looks like maybe security there, a one-way mirror. So this was the front. Might have been like, they might have a little bank area or something, you know, sometimes they have those banks, or just maybe customer service.
Customer service.
But that looked like it could have been an ATM. Yeah, so you can see it's powered on.
Bathroom here.
There's a toilet.
And then this bathroom here looks like it was like cleaned or something. Cleaning products. That bathroom doesn't have power.
Yeah, so, yeah, just coming around here, just trying to check stuff out. Looks like a heating system of sorts.
Another deli looking area. There's like a hole in the roof there.
Yes. Yeah, now, so there was a drug fair next to this, and this is what you're going to see over here. It's a little bit overwhelming because it's a very, very big building.
And it was very dark.
And it was dark, and you know, so I don't know. I kind of looked in there, and in my mind, I was like, okay, we're not here to explore drug fair. We're here to explore Stop and Shop. So there's your glance at drug fair. Not sure there would have been too much to see. I could have went in though.
Yeah, there was probably just like a little back area.
Yeah, I could have done that. This was again just another one of these sort of like probably front-facing like boxes that was refrigerated. Kind of saw that on the way in. So now I'm making my way.
And then there's an upstairs area.
Yeah, we'll get there. This was again,
refrigeration.
Yeah. So that's the other look at that kind of refrigerated area. This is another kind of freezer here. You can see the equipment there hanging from the ceiling. Oh yeah, and then there's this one. I'm just trying not to touch that. You can see it looks all grody, but I just kind of stuck my head in there. That was a tinier freezer area. A lot of freezers and refrigerator areas. So now you're going back towards the other, probably pausing to check in on the microphone. That's the loading dock area. So now I'm heading to the other kind of wing of the building. On the left there, that was an elevator. That's that room there is like a danger electrical room. You can see there's some water puddled on the floor there. And then this is more refrigerated areas. So again, that door you saw, that's the main floor. You saw some of those doors. We might have been in that room when I was on the main floor. And then here's another kind of freezer area. Some mattresses. Someone may have been sort of squatting in there at some point.
Who knows?
This back here, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little creepy. You tell I'm moving a little faster. You just want to get the footage and get back to like more not
creepy areas.
Yeah, not creepy areas. This is another just big freezer, you know.
When we went here, we went back to like see if it was still open.
Yeah, we were gonna do a live stream.
And so there was a heater running, and it sounded like someone was walking in here.
Yeah, there's definitely some human energy in there. And so so upstairs, again, I'm just checking. I think I might have heard something, so I just wanted to check and get my bearings here. Yeah, then there was this just weird like wood cage area. I'm not sure, there's some chicken wire there, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it occurred to me I hadn't have filmed that. I don't know. I think also I was just like, no, I'm not going upstairs at that point. I don't know why I'm back over here. I think yeah, okay, so I go back inside because I decided that I would film this even though it looked sketchy and there were some sounds coming from up there. Towards the end of the video, I'll be quiet and we'll try to amplify because you do hear something, and that's when I start moving quickly. Yeah, this area up here was totally sketch. There was a loud like electrical hum, so I go to sort of investigate that, and there's this room here, and I did not go...
There's a ladder and the roof is going.
Yeah, I don't know if you see this giant engine on the right, and it's just there's an electrical buzz going on in there. Here just looked really sketchy, and the ceiling, the floor, I just didn't want to go any further. You know, I'm by myself basically. B1 is outside.
And then there's like an actual motor.
Yeah, there's a giant motor. You know, at this point, I just feel like it's kind of time to DD Mao, and when I get to the bottom here, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stop talking and we'll amplify the sound. And I heard something, see if you can hear it, and then I start taking off to get out of there. Now we're moving quick. Yeah.
And we run towards the exit.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's all we got.